Good evening, welcome. Pam, would you please note that everyone is present with the exception of Ms. Robles, and she's out of town. Item 1.4, approval of minutes. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Pledge of allegiance, sir.
With Ms. Olivia Guzman and Juliana Fierro, would you mind leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Two very special guests today.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Young ladies, thank you so much. Item 1.4, approval of minutes.
Move to approve.
January
Second.
26, 2017.
Mr. Uxer.
Aye.
Ms. Solis.
Aye.
Mr. Haggerty.
Aye.
Mrs. Quintanilla. Mrs. Quintanilla.
Aye.
Dr. Graham.
Aye.
Mr. Fierro.
Aye. Item 1.6, open forum. No one? Is anyone here to speak under open forum? Going once, twice? Okay. Pam, we're ready for 1.7.
Item 1.7, presentations by individuals, groups, and organizations. Item 1.7.1, Dr. William Sarata, College President, will recognize individuals who have retired from the college district. We have no retirees this evening. Item 1.7.2, Dr. Dolores Gross, Executive Director, Resource Development and the Foundation for EPCC, Mr. Bob Snow, Foundation Board Chair, and Ms. Patricia Marquez, Foundation Board Vice Chair, will recognize the following contributors to the Foundation for EPCC: the Hospitals of Providence, represented by Hospitals of Providence Sierra Campus CEO, Ms. Monica Vargas Mahar, and GECU Foundation, represented by GECU President CEO, Ms. Crystal Long.
Welcome, Dr. Cross. Mr. Snow?
Thank you. Thank you, Chair Fierro, trustees, Dr. Sarata, cabinet, and staff and guests. This evening, the EPCC Foundation would like to publicly thank two groups of donors that will make an impact for our college students. First, we'd like to recognize the Hospitals of Providence for their $175,000 contribution for student scholarships. This is a 5-year commitment on the part of Hospitals of Providence for general student scholarships to be distributed at $35,000 a year over the next 5 years. And here representing Hospitals of Providence, the CEO of the Sierra Campus, Ms. Monica Vargas Mahar, is here with us this evening. Monica also serves on the EPCC Foundation Board, and so we have with us the Foundation Board Chair, Bob Snow, as well. Thank you very much to Hospitals of Providence.
Ms.
Next.
Vargas, you didn't want to say a few words?
Well, I'm happy to. Certainly, on behalf of the entire network of 4 hospitals, we are just so pleased to be able to partner and continue to provide scholarships. EPCC is a valuable source of candidates in many, many fields, not just nursing. So we ask that you please continue the great work of producing qualified individuals who find employment in our organization. So we're just very pleased to be part of this partnership. So thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Next, we'd like to welcome and recognize our partners at GECU. We have here GECU President and CEO, Ms. Crystal Long, and Senior VP and Chief Operations Officer, Ceci Davila. And we want to thank them for their $10,000 contribution on the part of the GECU Foundation for General Student Scholarships. Crystal, Ceci. We also want to note that, as you know, GECU is a great partner with El Paso Community College and is about to open a branch at the Valle Verde campus, which will be an exciting development for students, faculty, and staff. So we appreciate their partnership with the college.
Well, we're honored and privileged to be here and to be a part of this great organization. I was just sharing with a few of the folks here that both Ceci and I started our college journeys here at EPCC. So it truly is a great place to start. And we are very excited about joining you and having a home on your Valle Verde campus. But it is truly a privilege and a pleasure to see the work that you do in the El Paso community, and we just encourage you to continue to do that, and we look forward to working with you in the future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Snow, you didn't want to say a few words?
Due to allergies today, I let Dolores do all the talking. Thank you all very much.
Dr. Gross, thank you for all the hard work you and Mr. Snow and the entire board have been doing. We very appreciate of all your work. Thank you.
Item 1.7.3, Ms. Olga C. Chavez, Director, Diversity Programs, will make a presentation regarding Black History Month activities.
Are you retired this month?
No.
Really? Wow.
Good evening, Mr. Fierro, Board of Trustees, Dr. Serrata, cabinet members, and fellow colleagues. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to just highlight some areas of Black History Month that were done in February. The title of our event, of all of our events for Black History, was called The Crises in Black Education. And we had 7 events. 4 were read-ins, and they were held in different campuses, 4 different campuses, and we had 3 main events. Before I would continue, I want to, first of all, thank Luis Flores for his magnificent graphics in this brochure and the marketing team that helped us in providing a lot of the publicity in making our events a success. We certainly do appreciate it. As mentioned, we had it in February, and all of these individuals, committee members, were involved. I want to thank each and every one of them that you see here because they had an integral role in all our events. We have present, I'm going to introduce the other 2 people in a second, but I believe present is Rebecca Bell and Michelle Chavez. Would you please stand? Thank you very much for your assistance in helping along with the other committee members. The read-ins, before we get to the main events, the read-ins consisted of a event at each campus, as I had mentioned. Faculty was involved in this, and the faculty at each of these campuses, we had Rebecca Bell at Trans Mountain along with Vanessa Camacho, Jorge Gomez at Rio Grande, and Kathleen Bombach at Valle Verde. And what this was about was that we brought students, faculty, and staff together to read poems or short stories or something they had written in regards to Black history and the theme. The three main events. Number one was, naturally, we started out with a film called All the Difference, provided by KCOS, along with some community members. These community members that you will see in your brochure followed the film, and they are Dr. Michael Williams, who is the Director of African American Studies at the University of Texas at El Paso, Dana Harley Boyd, East Point Elementary School principal, and she had won some awards as well as the Principal of the Year in 2016. Leon Blevins, of course, one of our retiree and still very involved with the diversity programs and what we do. And last but not least, Gloria Love, a teacher at Chaplin High School. I want to, if you would, please run the video.
In celebration of Black History Month, KCOS and EPCC Diversity Programs presents a special screening of the POV documentary All the Difference, which accompanies two African-American teens from the south side of Chicago on their journey to achieve their dream of graduating from college. It will be followed by a panel discussion with local leaders in education. Join us Monday, February 13th at 6 p.m. at the EPCC Boardroom located at 9050 Viscount, Building A. This event is in collaboration with POV, PBS's award-winning nonfiction film series.
Because of the partnership that we have with KCOS and Emily Loya's involvement with us, we were able to have this PBS commercial given to us and provided for us, and it brought about a lot of positive feedback. Second of all, we had an event that was involved with the with the gospel and singers and dancers, and it was just a very much of a joyous event that was headed by Kathy Gardner. She's not here today, but she provided a lot of the singers and dancers and mimes, and she is an employee of Fort Bliss and part of our event. So as you can see, we had a good time there. And we thank Kathy Gardner from Fort Bliss in helping us out, another community member. And last but not least, we brought Jazz Night. And we brought Dr. Carlton Hester. He was a composer and musician under the leadership of another community member, Mari Hester Hughes, who's here this evening. She was able to bring this talent to us so that we would enjoy not only the music and jazz, but his knowledge that he brings about music. Dr. Hester received his degree from the City University of New York Graduate Center and is currently a director of jazz in the University of California in Santa Cruz. Dr. Hester has performed all over the world, but more importantly, he's homegrown. He is a past student of Bel Air High School, and he brings back a lot to his community. He didn't forget El Paso, and he continues to strive. He brought his colleagues, two musicians from Santa Cruz, and with that, we were able to have a wonderful event. If I may please ask Emily Loya and Ms. Hester Hughes to come up, please. And Mr. Fierro and Dr. Serrata, if you'd be so kind. I'd like to give these women, along with Kathy Gardner, who's not here today, a token of our appreciation for all their help and community. This is what it's about, bringing community to the college. So with that, Emily and Mari. And I was going to ask the other members, please, to come up. Oh, you're here already. Okay. Emily. Thank you very much, Board.
Item 1.7.4, optional presentations will be made by the presidents of the Classified Staff Association, the Professional Staff Association, the Faculty Association, and the Student Government Association.
Good evening, Dr. Sarata and esteemed members of the board. The issue the Senate wishes to review this evening is that of the newly proposed revisions to the college smoking policy. The policy to which we adhere at present was agreed upon through a joint effort of the student government and the Senate. Senate representatives brought their proposal to the Senate, asking for our backing, and following several meetings and many revisions, we agreed on the document which is now in force. We had never been involved with the newly proposed revisions to the policy until it was sent, much to our surprise, through the email for the 21-day review. Even so, the senators were able to meet and send our comments within the parameters of those 21 days. It must be noted that the majority of the senators who opposed this revision are indeed non-smokers who abhor having to walk through a cloud of blue smoke in order to enter or exit our buildings. Nonetheless, the sudden appearance of this new procedure based on extremism has given pause and a great deal of consternation for several reasons. First and most egregious for all concerned are the unreasonable enforcement policies and lack of due process. Second is the fairly blatant discrimination against smokers. And obviously, because of the lack of opportunity for faculty to review the proposed revisions and make suggestions, the fact that previous consultation and approval by the Faculty Senate was lacking is yet another factor leading to its rejection. The senators did, however, recognize that the present situation poses a grave problem for non-smokers, and especially for those who suffer from such ailments as asthma, bronchitis, and COPD. We feel that the distance from which the smoker must remove himself from the doorways of the buildings must be increased, perhaps 2 or 3 times the distance. And of course, the smokers must be convinced to respect others and to abide by the new parameters. To that end, there are several things that the college might do to encourage these proposals. Benches and receptacles could be provided in shady areas well away from the doorways. Permanent and attractive signs could be placed near the entrances, which remind smokers to be courteous and to keep their distance. Surely we can come to a compromise which speaks to the rights of all concerned. Finally, we wish to address 2 points in the area of finance, as usual. We are constantly told that there is no money for substantial raises. Indeed, if that is the case, it's absolutely no wonder, considering that our tax rate is still obscenely low in comparison to those of the local school districts. That said, although we understand that the board has already begun to study the budget, we would like to once again request that 2 or 3 faculty be included in the process in deference to the concept of shared governance. Many school boards have instituted this process and have found it to be beneficial to all concerned. Your consideration of this request would indeed be appreciated, and we thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, Dr. Ramirez.
Item 1.8, communications, none. Item 1.9, Board of Trustees business. Item 1.9.1, the Board of Trustees will deliberate on the pending application of El Paso Electric Company, SOAH, docket number 473172686, PUC docket number 46831, before the State Office of Administrative Hearings. The Board of Trustees will deliberate on proposed rate classes, base rate revenues, and other matters over which the State Office of Administrative Hearings have jurisdiction.
Mr. Dunbar. Yes. Could you please give us some guidance and advice on this?
This has almost become a seasonal event, like the NBA playoffs or something, that the electric company continues to request increases, and in the past, all the affected entities, ISDs and the county and the city, we have all pretty much banded together and hire one firm to represent all of us. The amount the college pays compared to some of the other users, like the electric bill of EPISD, I wouldn't even want to guess, but it's probably greater than the GMP of some small countries. I mean, it's a lot of money. We spend a lot of money, but it's nowhere close to what some of these other entities spend. I'm mentioning all this because the way we contribute to the bill is done on the amount of electricity we use. How big a dog are we? And that's the request tonight, is to allow the administration to once again take up the sword and shield and deal with the electric company's rate proposal.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Questions? Pam?
Mr. Uxer,
Aye.
Ms. Solis. Aye. Mr. Haggerty,
Aye.
Mrs. Quintanilla,
Aye.
Dr. Graham,
Aye.
Mr. Fierro.
Aye.
Item 1.11, consent docket, includes items 3.2 and 8.1.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Questions? Mr. Uxer,
Aye.
Ms. Solis. Mr. Haggerty,
Aye.
Mrs. Quintanilla,
Aye.
Dr. Graham,
Aye.
Mr. Fierro.
Aye.
Item 2.0, administration, none. Item 3.1, full-time institutionally funded actions.
Okay.
Move to approve.
Second.
Pam, I'm sorry. I'm on the president's report. Where are you at?
Oh, we're on the one right
We
up.
skipped right past it, I'm sorry.
Does he get his check this month?
We actually had the treasurer's report of January 31st and February 28th, which requires no action. And 1.10.2, President's Report. Dr. Serrata will update the Board of Trustees and audience on recent events that have transpired at the college.
Chair, if you're members of the board, always a pleasure to update you. The college participated from February 28th through March 2nd in a meeting called by Excelencia in Education. It was Accelerating Latino College Completion. 9 colleges were invited to attend. The 9 institutions represent just under 477,000 students, of which 216,000 students are Hispanic, and all committed to continue to accelerate the rate at which we are able to facilitate student success for the students that we're privileged to serve. Medweek Luncheon was held on March 10th, where EPCC trustee, Ms. Belen Robles, who unfortunately is not with us this evening, was recognized with the Lifetime Achievement Award. I know that many of the board members were able to attend. Kudos to Mrs. Robles for her contributions to our community. Student Government Association held the grand opening of the Trans Mountain Student Union on Monday, March 27th. If you have not had an opportunity, now that all of the furnitures and fixtures and equipment are in, I encourage the board, when you have a chance, to view it. It is quite a lovely gathering space for students. It's incredibly well done, very proud of the facility, and look forward to the next partnership. We think it will be with Mission Del Paso on the next partnership, which will be the third of the student unions. We will continue until we have them identified in each of the 5 respective campuses. Remind everyone that the college will be closed this Friday on March 31st in observance of Cesar Chavez Day. So everyone in the audience, the college will be closed on Friday. And that is thanks to the Board of Trustees for acknowledging that in our calendar of events. The college will receive a proclamation from the Commissioners Court on Monday, April the 3rd at 9:30 in the morning in recognition of Community College Month. In addition, City Council will present a proclamation on Tuesday, April 18th at 8 a.m. at City Hall. Board members who can attend, we would encourage you to attend. Really nice recognition from both the city and county that we're privileged to serve. And that concludes my report, Chair.
Thank you, Dr. Ranta.
I think you had the motion on the table already, no?
There's a motion on item 3.1.
Who was second? Oh.
We
We
just need
don't
the
have a
mo-
second, we have a motion.
Oh,
Dr. Graham?
yeah.
Dr. Graham, second. Any questions? No?
Mr. Uxer?
Aye.
Ms. Solis?
Aye.
Mr. Haggerty?
Aye.
Mrs. Quintanilla?
Aye.
Dr. Graham?
Aye.
Mr. Fierro?
Aye?
Item 3.3, information items, no actions required. Item 4.1, consideration and deliberation on the approval of a 6-month contract extension to the existing contract with Transtelco Incorporated for district-wide internet services in an additional amount not to exceed $61,350.
To approve. Second.
Any questions? Okay. We're ready for the vote, Pam?
Mr. Uxer?
Aye.
Ms. Solis?
Aye.
Mr. Haggerty? Mrs. Quintanilla? Dr. Graham?
Aye.
Mr. Fierro?
Aye?
Item 4.2, consideration and deliberation on the approval of a contract to purchase furniture, equipment, and a security system from Demco Incorporated for the libraries at the Trans Mountain Campus and the Mission Del Paso Campus in the amount of $89,425.
Motion to approve 4.2 and 5.1.
Second.
Item 5.1, consideration and deliberation on the approval to award a contract to Pride General Contractors LLC for the construction of office suites and conference rooms at the Administrative Service Center A building in the amount not to exceed $543,609.
Any questions? Okay, I think we're ready, Pam.
Mr. Uxer?
Aye.
Ms. Solis?
Aye.
Mr. Haggerty?
Aye.
Mrs. Quintanilla? Dr. Graham?
Aye.
Mr. Fierro?
Aye?
Item 6.0, curriculum and instruction, none. Item 7.1, consideration and deliberation on the approval of a contract to purchase installation services and multimedia components from Troxel Incorporated for the new Valle Verde Architecture Discipline Building in the amount of $380,982.
Move to approve.
Second.
Questions?
Ready? What?
Motion is second. Aye.
Can't hear.
They're trying to switch mics. Mr. Unser.
Aye.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Ms. Solis.
Aye.
Mr. Haggerty.
Aye.
Mrs. Quintanilla.
Aye.
Dr. Graham.
Aye.
Mr. Fierro.
Aye.
Item 7.2, consideration and deliberation on the approval of continuing education tuition rates for new courses.
Motion to approve 7.2 and 7.3.
Second.
Item 7.3, consideration and deliberation on the approval of continuing education tuition rates for revised courses.
Any questions? Okay, we're ready, Pam.
Mr. Uxer.
Aye.
Mr. Haggerty.
Aye.
Mrs. Quintanilla.
Aye.
Dr. Graham.
Aye.
Mr. Fierro.
Aye.
Ms. Solis. We're voting on items 7.1 and 7.2.
Aye.
No, I already saw.
Oh, okay, now she's doing the old drop the pin trick.
Still have one to go. Yeah, right.
Item 8.1, consideration and deliberation on the acceptance of a grant award from the Defense Logistics Agency, Department of Defense, for the Contract Opportunity Center in the amount of $300,000.
Move to
To
approve.
approve.
Second. Not really.
Mr. Uxer.
Aye.
Ms. Solis.
Aye.
If I get to.
Mr. Haggerty. Mr. Haggerty.
Aye.
Mrs. Quintanilla.
Aye.
Dr. Graham.
Aye.
Mr. Fierro.
Aye.
Item 9.0, unfinished business.
None? Executive, please.
The Board of Trustees may conduct an executive or closed session pursuant to the Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code for one or more of the following reasons. One, consultation with its attorney to seek or receive legal advice or consultation regarding pending or contemplated litigation or for any purpose authorized by law. Two, discussion about the value or transfer of real property. Three, discussion about a prospective gift or donation. Four, consideration of specific personnel matters. Five, discussion about security personnel or devices. Or six, discussion of certain economic development matters. The board may also announce that it will go into executive session on any item listed on this agenda if the subject matter is permitted for a closed session by provisions of Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code. Any vote regarding these items shall be taken in open session.